Greetings. This is Sister Amachi of the Asunsaneb Wellness Podcast, and I hope that you are doing well. So I'm here today. I had a wonderful conversation this rising. First of all, I received a wonderful text this rising, so that was just wonderful from a sister. I'm always thankful when people think of me and they send me, just wonderful texts. Just thinking of me in these times, I'm just thankful for the people that have come my way, especially recently in the past year or so. So yes, I wanted to start with that. But I also had a wonderful conversation that's rising with my husband, and I'm lighting an incense, but I might not be able to do it. I'm sorry. My light is going out. So anyway, and in the conversation with him this rising, I got a huge reminder of my mother, who has been, this year it'll be 15 years. I just can't believe it. I miss her dearly. So, but I got a huge reminder of my mother this rising and my earlier childhood with her. And the reminder I got today was her humanity, the humanity that my mother had. And a lot of the women during that time, my mother had a lot of humanity. And she exposed me to humanity early. Just her line of work was one of them. And where we lived and some of her friends, I was exposed to how to treat others very early. And my example of that, my lived life of that, is that my mother was a nurse, and my entire life that I know, that she worked in a nursing home. My mother was a nurse in a nursing home, so I spent a lot of time in that space, in a huge facility that was literally on Monument Avenue. If anyone is aware, during the 2020 during the 2020 shutdown, they had this whole thing in Richmond, Virginia, where they were they was getting rid of a lot of the monuments in the area. Richmond, Virginia is known as, at one point, the capital of the Confederacy. So there's a huge monument that I saw all my life, Robert E. Lee statue, that was a huge controversy of getting rid of it. So my mother worked on that street, on that avenue, for all of my young years, all the way up to when she retired. And so I saw that statue all of my life, but anyway, those houses on Monument Avenue are huge. I really think the Moors built those houses, or indigenous black folks built those houses, because the inside of those houses are huge, and they have stood the test of time. But anyway, that particular home, manor that my mother worked in was a adult nursing home. So I spent a lot of time there. I spent a lot of time with my mother there after school, on weekends, and she had to work. And I spent a lot of time with elders. and women in my mother's age group, of course, who worked there. So I was around a lot of women growing up as a child. Funny women, joyful women, women who had their own children. We all went out to eat dinner and hung out on the weekends if we were all off. I mean, just wonderful. I miss those days. And my mom taught me humanity just from the time. I'm sorry, I get a little emotional because I love her. I miss her. Spending the time with those elders who were in those nursing homes, whose families may not have come to see them. And I spent time with those elders through serving them lunch, serving them breakfast, sitting with them in their rooms, looking at TV with them. If they told me to get something out of a top drawer for them or reach for something, I would get it for them. Some of those elders were lonely. Some of those elders may have had dementia. And I'm just thankful for my mother and her teaching me humanity. And she also just had, my mom was just a funny woman. She was hilarious. But she worked so hard. And I honor her so much. But yeah, I'm thankful for her. I'm thankful that I chose her as my mother. She deserved to have so much joy in her life and time to rest, and she didn't get that. And that's one example of my mother. We also grew up with someone who had cerebral palsy. So I grew up with someone who had cerebral palsy and was picked on and may have had some cognitive delays. So I had to take up for him a lot growing up. I played with him. We were all kids. I grew up with him. He was a kid, just like me. And sometimes it was weird, but we all, at one point, all lived together. You know what I'm saying? We all lived on the same street. Again, at every part of my life, I was taught humanity with my mother, whether she realized it or not. As well as where we lived. We lived in low-income housing for a while, and one of the apartment building we lived in, one of those apartments two apartments was made into one. So right across the hallway from us, we had an apartment that was made for I would say people with I'll just say special needs. So they lived across the hallway from us, and for years. So again, this has been building my character since I was a child, of having my mom was a nurse working in an adult nursing home. I lived across the hallway from an apartment that was two apartments that was made into one to house young adults who had special needs. So, and that was a range of special needs. So they were my neighbors. They were my neighbors. And it was normal. I had moments when I would see them get on the bus or the van. I would knock on the door and go over there sometimes, just for a little while, And the same goes for, that's another example. I can go on. I got some other examples that I'm not even going to put in here, but I just want to honor my mother, Joyce Ann. Yes, Joyce Ann. What a wonderful woman she was. And I miss her dearly. I miss her dearly. She was just so giving. She was so giving, and she gave so much. And she deserved to be adored and respected in so many ways that this system didn't really allow. So I will always say my mother's name. I would never allow her to be forgotten. So I just wanted to let's talk about that, because I looked at my recording time. It was 11:11. So thank you, angels, for that confirmation. I'm a real person. I'm a priestess and all that stuff. But when it come down to it, I'm a real person. My mother taught me how to be real. I had to be real in my living experiences, in my environments, all of those things. I could not be real. And she was a real person. I had so much hard times and joyful times with my mother, because again, during that time, people were people. And I'm just thankful to have had her as my mother. Yes. I give honor and praises to my mother. I honor her so much. I just want her to know that I love her, adore her, and I thank her, just her being her. Not her work, but just her being her. And again, me and my husband had these conversations all the time, because he had a mother like that as well. And we're just so thankful that we had loving mothers who had flaws, but they did the best they could in this world. And we stand on the shoulders of them. And I also, just want to thank all the other mothers that have come and loved on me, who have mothered me in my incarnations of myself. I'm honoring them as well. And I'll probably do a different video on the male, divine male energy that has been I've been a guide as well, because I've been blessed to have brothers who taught me as well. But right now I'm focusing on the mother. The mother's the first teacher, and she was my first teacher, my mother. I honor you and I love you. I raise you up. Thank you, Mom. So I hope this touches someone today, because I just needed to do that. I'm thinking about the Netzeru, and I'm thinking of Aset, and I'm thinking of Yemonjah, and I'm thinking of Newt, and I'm thinking of, oh gosh, all of the mother creations, stories or realities of that mother energy. We all come from her. And Divine Feminine is rising again. And I'm honored to be a part of it. Yes, I'm honored to be a part of it. Great Mother Sekhmet, I'm honored to be a part of that as well, with Great Mother Sekhmet choosing me Heteru, all of these beautiful deities, Neteru, Orisha, Abusun, and Kisi de Loa, all of them who give us this power to stand in our divine energy. I'm thankful. Duau, Nuk, Ast, Nuk, Sekhmet, Nuk, Nebethet, Nuk, Heteru, Nuk, Baset, and Ibashe Mojiba to the divine feminine mothers in the Yoruba tradition. All the divine mothers, even in the indigenous traditions that I may not even know the names of, but I know they flow through me, and I honor them as well. All right. Well, thank you for listening, and again, like and subscribe, and you can also check out our website at www.asunnaturals.com and look at our offerings, book online. I have all the offerings I have, as well as shop. You can check out the products I sell, and you can always contact me for personalized spiritual holistic wellness needs. All right, take care and have a beautiful Nefer day. Ashe, Amira, Patah, Mayat.